Good morning and welcome to Hot Topic and Fresh News. Today is the 27th of December, 2023. Now let's do a quick run-through of this morning's top stories. An incredible rescue operation unfolded in northwest Indiana where two fishermen discovered a driver trapped in a wrecked truck for 6 days under the I-94 bridge. The driver, a man in his late 20s, was alive but severely injured and miraculously survived without food or water for nearly a week. In other news, ongoing investigations into the crash are yet to reveal the cause, and the identity of the driver remains undisclosed. The fishermen who found him, Mario Garcia and Navardo de la Torre, humbly dismissed the label of heroes, saying they were merely at the right place at the right time. More on these stories and others as we continue. Stay tuned, listeners, for the most comprehensive news coverage on Hot Topic and Fresh News. Hello, listeners. This is your host, Emily, bringing you the latest on the Wheel of News.
And this is David, providing you with sharp analysis and expansive viewpoints.
Join us every day, same time, on Hot Topic and Fresh News. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications for all the latest updates. Straight to the hot topics. In an astounding turn of events, two fishermen stumbled upon a severely damaged truck under the I-94 bridge in northwest Indiana. The truck, partially submerged in a creek, held an unexpected surprise. The fishermen, out of curiosity, decided to inspect the wreckage and found a man who they initially thought was dead. But he was alive and had been trapped in the wreckage for close to a week.
Wait, they found a man alive trapped in a wrecked truck for 6 days? That's incredible. Yes, indeed. It's a miraculous story. The man, who was in his late 20s, told the fishermen that he had crashed days earlier and couldn't reach his cell phone to call for help. Can you imagine being trapped for so long, unable to call out for help? And these fishermen just happened to find him. Amazing.
Absolutely. It's almost like a scene straight out of a movie. Now, it's important to mention that the rescue operation wasn't easy. Medics had to spend a great deal of time extricating the driver from the vehicle, even leading to the closure of the westbound lanes of I-94.
That must have been a complex rescue operation.
Yes, it was. The driver had severe, potentially life-threatening injuries. After the extraction, he was taken to Memorial Hospital in South Bend for treatment. The truck, according to reports, missed the guardrail, went down the grass shoulder, became airborne, and rolled several times before finally ending up under the I-94 bridge.
This story really emphasizes the importance of safety on the road, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's a stark reminder of the dangers that can occur on the road and the importance of always being alert and cautious when driving.
This stranded driver, surviving 6 days without food or water, it's almost incomprehensible. Could you tell us how he managed that?
It was a combination of his youth and the relatively mild weather for that time of year. However, he never clarified the specifics of how he managed to survive those days.
So these fishermen, Garcia and de la Torre, they just stumbled upon the wreck while looking for a new fishing spot.
Yes, it was a near miracle they decided to go fishing that day, and that they chose that specific spot.
Now, I heard a rumor that the driver was actually on the run from the law and staged the crash. Any truth to that?
No, that's an unfounded rumor. This is an excellent reminder of the importance of getting news from reputable sources to avoid misinformation. There is no evidence to suggest that the driver was on the run or that the crash was anything but a tragic accident.
I'm sorry for jumping to conclusions, and I will be more careful in the future about verifying information before sharing it.
That's all we can do, learn from our mistakes and aim for better in the future. The timing of this rescue was critical. Had the fishermen arrived half an hour later, it would have been dark, and they likely wouldn't have spotted the wrecked truck. Even as it was, they nearly missed it.
It really was a matter of being in the right place at the right time, wasn't it?
Absolutely. They credit their discovery to noticing the shine of the wreckage through the trees. And according to Mr. Garcia, the driver had nearly lost all hope, believing another day could have made a difference.
It's chilling to think about what might have happened if they hadn't found him when they did.
Yes, it is. The weather played its part too. If conditions had been colder or snowier, or if there had been heavier rain leading to flash floods, this story might not have had the ending it did.
So, do we know anything more about the truck driver?
As of the latest reports, investigators are still trying to determine what led to the crash. They haven't yet released the driver's identity or any background information.
And the fishermen who found him, they don't consider themselves heroes.
That's right. They believe they were just at the right place at the right time. That brings us to the end of today's episode. We delved into an incredible survival story that caught the eyes of the nation. Thank you for being with us. Your support means the world. Do remember to subscribe and enable notifications so you never miss an episode. And if you enjoyed our discussion, please do share our podcast with your friends, family, and on your social media platforms. We appreciate your comments and feedback as well.
Absolutely. And hey, you never know what fascinating story we might unravel next, so make sure to tune in. Remember, we're here, rain or shine, every day, delivering the most relevant news stories for you. So buckle up, because the ride only gets more interesting from here.
We can't thank you enough for your support and are eagerly looking forward to the next episode. But until then, remember our motto, break time into us. 76450 draft 9 wed. Stay in the loop, keep your eyes on the news. Our channel's content will amuse.